to make up the following follow-ups on your pledges. From 2017, you promised to open up a model demonstration farm in Kapchorwa, but to date, it has not been done, and we are requesting that it should be expedited because it has been being pushed always from one financial year to another, but the implementation has not been done. Your Excellency, when you came to Kapchorwa, we were maize growers. You advised us that the farmers should go in for short-term crops like Irish potatoes, and you also pledged that you are going to set up a multiplication site for Irish potatoes, because currently as we speak, our farmers, most of them, are carrying out Irish potato farming for faster yields that do not take up the whole year. And of course, we are now having a lot of challenges. The seed that we are planting here in Kapchorwa is gotten outside Kapchorwa, Kabale, which is very far. But if that multiplication site was brought in Kapchorwa, then it would have reduced the expenses of farmers. Your Excellency, sir, another pledge that I wanted to follow up on is the provision of improved variety of bulls to change the quality of our animals. You know the Sabines are also very good herdsmen, and you cannot change their minds from being herdsmen. So my people asked me to follow up on the same issue. Your Excellency, as a community of Sebei, we are very happy with you, and we shall always be for you. But our people are saying they should be considered as far as the national cake is concerned. Sebei is one of the regions that is giving us the biggest number of athletes and has sold Uganda worldwide. We are requesting that in your docket, add us another minister, maybe a minister of state for sports, to boost up that sector of sports. Your Excellency, on the issue of RDCs, we only had 2 were dropped. We remained with 3 deputies. We are requesting Your Excellency for recognition that if we can be added more or promote the ones that are there, because we also feel we have been left out a bit as a community of Sebei. And yet we also fight for NRM 100%. For your information, Your Excellency, in Sebei, if you came on any other ticket, it would not be very easy for you to make it in any political position. If you are not coming through the NRM ticket, you rather come on an independent ticket. Our people will give you a vote. So, Your Excellency, I beg to end there and welcome you to Kapchorwa. Thank you, Your Excellency.
May I please invite Bugisu Sub-Region. Bugisu Sub-Region.
Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of Uganda and the Chairman of our great party, the NRM, Your Excellency, the Vice President, Honorable Jessica Alupo, the Vice Chairman, NRM Eastern Region, NRM Ministers, religious leaders present, Honorable Members of Parliament, Chairman LC5 and the Movement Party, all leaders present, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, my name is Richard Wanda, Member of Parliament for Bungoho Central, and also the Chairperson, Bugisu Parliamentary Group. Allow me to take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of the people of Bugisu for the many good things you've done for our region. Your Excellency, is the road from Bumbo to Ruaha. The road has tremendously changed the trend of business, and a lot of activity is sprouting because of that road. Your Excellency, we want to thank you also for the peace that you ushered in and have maintained in our country. Businesses are growing and a lot of activities going on. By the mandate of the parliamentary group and all the leaders of Bugisu, allow me present our issues, just to update you on the issues in our region. As stated by our senior minister, Your Excellency, urbanization is one of the things that we are requesting for our region. You remember that some of our people were taken to Kiriandongo after the heavy landslides, and others have chosen to run back just because of the conditions of life in Kiriandongo. And for that reason, as leaders, when we sat, we agreed that the best solution would be urbanization within Bugisu itself, such that the people from the highlands can resettle in the lowlands, and we leave the uplands for agriculture, like for coffee, which are actually trees and hold the soil together, and other afforestation. Your Excellency, thank you so much. Your Excellency, as a region, we request for tractors.
How do you say? Wagisu, Barhuloma, Iyakamagesi.
And thank you so much.
Is my Rugisu correct?
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
I am now saying in Rugisu that Bagisu are now talking sense.
Your Excellency, the people of Bugisu are very industrious people, and we deal largely in agriculture. And for that reason, the people of Bugisu are requesting for heavy-duty tractors to be used in lowlands of Bugisu, and for walk tractors to be used for cultivation at the upper part of Bugisu. The walk tractors, these used by hands for the upper part, but not in the mountains where the landslides are being, traumatizing us. Your Excellency, with the construction of Ruaha Road, as stated, a lot of activities now on that road. But as Bugisu, we are requesting that Ruaha be upgraded to international port level. We believe this will enhance economic activity in the whole region. And Excellency, just like other states, we would request that that be made a one-stop border station. As stated in your speech, Your Excellency, Bugisu and Sebei are very good areas for tourism. But what is hampering tourism is also the mode of transport. As a region, we are requesting for tourism roads all the way from Nasindwa through Wanale up to Bulambuli. We believe that this will enhance the economic activities because tourism will come with other hospitality businesses. Your Excellency, last year but one, during the campaign time, we requested for 300 kilometers of roads, paved roads or tarmacked roads for the districts of Bugisu and 49 kilometers for the city. So what the leaders are saying, we are just saying, reminding your office that we badly need these roads, Your Excellency. The work in the city has begun, but it is very slow. As you can see, the road to your home in Mbale is still being worked on. And the road to the mountain, Wanale, is on a very slow pace. We request that that work be expedited. Your Excellency, Bugisu has a lot of water, but it is a paradox to find that some of our people use very dirty water and do not have water for production. We are grateful that many places have gravity flow schemes, but we are requesting that some of the areas that have not received yet be granted. We shall provide the details in our written statement. Your Excellency, sir, when the leaders of Bugisu sat, we agreed that because of the needs which are maybe so much related with the Sebei, Bugisu region needs a public university to tailor the courses to address the needs of Bugisu and Sebei. And at one point, Your Excellency, you indicated that these regions, these sub-regions, will all have public universities. So as a leaders, request for a public university for the region of Bugisu. Your Excellency, Bugisu has 6 districts and one city. But of all this, only one district has a district hospital, and that is Bududa. So as leaders, Your Excellency, we request for district hospitals for the rest of the districts. The referral hospital that we have in the city usually handles regional issues, and the response may be very slow. Your Excellency, sir, we are very grateful for the compensation of cattle that you have done for many of these regions. However, Bugisu region and Sebei were left out on the list of the districts to be compensated. So it's our request, Your Excellency, that Bugisu and Sebei be considered for compensation. Your Excellency, allow me thank you again for this opportunity. Thank you so much for giving us the audience. Thank you.
Teso Sub-Region. The presenter from Teso Sub-Region.
Supplement, just one clarification. Your Excellency, my name is Milton Kamoto Asungui, LC5 Chairperson, Bududa District. In supplement to what my minister said, among the roads on Your Excellency is Bududa Circular Road, which you had always pledged but has not been fulfilled. We would be very grateful if this is honored. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the SEC members present, the Honorable Ministers present, colleague members of Parliament, the Resident District Commissioners present, Chairpersons LOC5, the security chiefs present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, my name is Bosco Kiror. I'm the Member of Parliament representing the people of Usuk County in the Kataki District, and I'm the Chairperson of Teso Parliamentary Group. Your Excellency, permit me in a very special way express on behalf of members of Parliament from Teso Sub-Region, the invited leaders from the local governments, thank you for this initiative to invite us for this meeting. When we're coming, Your Excellency, it's so special in such a way that some of my colleagues and people from Teso are coming to Kapchorwa for the first time. So today we are tourists here. We have always focused on foreign tourism, but we have failed to be tourists in our own country. So we want to appreciate you for this gesture of bringing us here to Kapchorwa. It's not surprising that a majority of the people outside the tent looking for the heat are from Teso. Your Excellency, we have previously had many engagements with Her Excellency the Vice President on some of these security issues. And permit me, in a very special way, thank you for the interventions that have been done to restore peace to Teso Sub-Region. It must have hit the media previously, as you know, Your Excellency, that the issue was so hot in such a way that we had it tabled even on the floor of Parliament. But thank you for being the leader that we have always believed in, that you have always made the interventions that people have appreciated. Allow me, Your Excellency, make a presentation of a few issues that we have put our heads together as leaders from Teso. On a component of security, it's our humble appeal as people of Teso Sub-Region that let sustainable peace be achieved and maintained in the sub-region. We know the interventions that have been done by government, but we shall be so grateful if a full-scale disarmament on some of these illegal guns is put to a stop. We request, Your Excellency, that a full deployment be done. But what our request here today, Your Excellency, is that Teso as a sub-region, we don't have a brigade. So sometimes the interventions that are done, we have got to call towards Moroto, which hosts some of these military, the UPDF. So Teso as a sub-region has no military brigade to counter some of these cattle rustlers. So it leaves us as a very open, vulnerable group who don't go out to raid, but we are always raided. Your Excellency, we want to reiterate our appeal. We have voiced this concern previously. We want to reiterate our appeal for expeditious construction and repairs of most of the security roads with water points which can help the forces when they're executing their mandate. Your Excellency, we recently passed a supplementary budget in Parliament. And in that budget, the money which was allocated was for security roads within Karamoja. Teso was not captured. The security roads of all these border districts were not factored in the supplementary. We want to appeal that the security roads be worked on. It can also help us to curb some of these issues of cattle rustling. It's our humble appeal, and we urge government that government identifies and develops sustainable solutions to the underlying factors that cause the perpetual possession of illegal guns, the cattle raids, insecurity, and ensuring that poverty in northern and eastern Uganda is well handled. Your Excellency, border issues have been raised, but we also have border issues in Teso sub-region. When you look at the issue of Tororo, there are those issues. When you go to the border between Teso and Karamoja, there are areas, for example, I come from Musu County, there's a village where I can't go there to campaign. You can't go there to look for votes. In the sub-county of Ongongoja, you can't go to a village called Okameta as a member of parliament from this side. Yet there are voters that side. So some areas have become so difficult to manage in such a way that the border issues between Teso and Karamoja, issues of Napak, Kapelebiong, those districts, it's a very, very volatile issue. So sometimes this makes people have issues. Your Excellency, other than the security issue, these areas have predominantly been victims of cattle rustling. So it simply brings to mind one fact that you cannot have stabilization of government programs proceeding normally. If the cattle rustlers come, you find that it breaks certain institutions. Issues of learning, education has to come to a standstill. The health institutions in these areas have a lot of challenges. We appeal to you that you address the socioeconomic inequalities that have been created by the prolonged and recent cattle rustling in the sub-region. We appeal that government undertakes some special measures in form of an affirmative action. In programs, for example, of education, we look at issues of dams. One of the issues our brothers from Karamoja have always told us, they come downstream to look for water and pasture for their animals. Your Excellency, we appeal that let government carry out a robust issue on irrigation and set up dams in some of these areas. Because if Karamoja has water, sincerely there will be no reason as to why they move to Teso, because we are very accommodative. They come in a peaceful way, but always when it is time to return, it becomes a problem. This is one of the biggest challenges. The dams are not only for Karamoja, even this issue of water for Teso, the issue of dams, we appeal to government. We appeal that let there be creation and restoration of some of the destroyed and dysfunctional health facilities and infrastructure in the sub-region. Your Excellency, it is really sometimes disheartening that you find some of these border districts, the highest health unit that you can have in the whole county is a health center 3. But most of them have health center 2s. So this inequality, if not addressed, pushes these people to some of these issues. Your Excellency, we appeal as Teso sub-region that you help us have the establishment of the cassava processing plant. Teso produces a lot of cassava. But we appeal that we have a setup of this processing plant with a complete value chain, such that we have it as one of the cash crops. It is our staple food, but we can have it as one of the cash crops for Teso. If this is done, Your Excellency, we shall appreciate as Teso sub-region. This will be an income earner, and it can provide jobs for the youth. Your Excellency, we want to appreciate and thank you for the intervention you did to address the long pending issue of cattle compensation. We want to thank you for this. Cattle compensation, Your Excellency, you launched it in Soroti. The exercise has commenced. However, there are some gaps which we think can be addressed. One of the biggest issues we have, Your Excellency, now is a bit of a communication gap between the Ministry of Justice with the people down. We have feedback from the population that some of them are compensated money as little as 70,000, even 300,000. So the figures vary. We believe something which can be handled, since it was in the good spirit that you restored the issue, brought in the issue of cattle compensation, which will help the rebirth of the economy. Since, Your Excellency, you considered the issue of cattle compensation, that would only mean that we shall have more cows now coming in Teso. We also want to appeal that we have a complete value chain, looking at a cow, looking at all these animals, that we have some of these factories that can process some of the products from animals. We used to have the Lufra. Perhaps one of the reasons why, in our considered view, you find that most of the cows have got to be taken and transported out of Teso on lorries for processing in a distant place. But if we had the processing places within Teso, even if it is in some of those areas, that if a cow only leaves Soroti, leaves Teso when it is beef, there would be no reason for people. You'd find that the end place where that cow reaches is this factory. It would even be easier for you to identify where it is ending. Your Excellency, it's our humble appeal that there are some infrastructure developments which, as a region, government is doing something, but we still want to appeal that there are some vital roads which should be handled. Some of the roads which had been promised, roads from Kumi, Serere, you go to Kagwara, Pingire, some of those vital roads, Your Excellency, we still want to appeal to you that those roads be handled. There are roads which connect us up to Kotido through Amuria, Abim. These are vital areas where we see that our intervention should be done.
Enoni Baba TV, Obusoga Bulaire.
omwoleso ogusukirira ogwa National Agriculture Education Show guguno gutuuse guno gugendererwa mu kusomesa n'okwendesa abasomi abali mu matendekero agagansi abaana wana abavubuka boona okwenyigira mu by'obulimi guno gwakwina manga 8 bakanga 12 omwezi ogw'omukaaga mu mwaka gw'ende guno wali mu Jinja Show Grounds ebutambulira wansi w'omunamo gukuba nti eby'obulimi kulwenkulakula n'ebiseera eby'omu maiso okwingira lidda ku B3 donka eri buli muntu ayenda okumanya ebisinga gw'okwolesa oba okusomesa kuva ku masimu w'amanga omwoleso gwa National Agriculture Education Show gukutusibwako Uganda National Farmers Federation, Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries walala ni Ministry of Education and Sports.
chick or walk through life, display the game, make the chase like a flame. Take your chance, fight for success if you really want to be the best. My life, my rules, my choice, my stick, my bet, my win. My life, my rules, my choice, my stick, my bet, my win. My life, my rule, my choice, my stake, my bet, my win.
Melbet, something you can bet on.
He must be rich, tall, handsome, from a respectable family. He must have a maid because at our home we do not work.
Conductor Masao.
Owa, obadde olobye ku ssimu?
Yamunange, anti yo TV enkolera.
Nyumirwa omulembe omupya ogujjudde ebisanyusa omuli emikutu gya TV egisukka mu 8 n'egya radio nga kwotadde ne zifirimu ng'osinziirira wonna w'oli. Genda mu App Store oteeke app ya UTV channels ku simu yo olwo onyumirwa ennaku 3 ng'olabira bwereere ewatali kozesa data.
UTV channels, the power is in your hands.
We're different. Yeah, I said it. Take our culture for instance. When we dress up, we slay different. When our beats drop, we move different. And our music is full of flavor. And just like our food, it's something to savor. And when we speak, it's funny at times, but it's definitely different. So yeah, we're different, but it's these differences that bring us together. And one thing we can all agree on is that we love UG, Uganda Warji, the spirit that binds us.
Baba Fama! Ni Baba TV! Katuba Sembule! Emisisa Jaisano! Tusumule Ndiosa ya Makina! Wow! Omusai Kutambule! Omutima Kutude! Tuli luno! Mazima! Bati emyaka! Mulala! Ebiri! Twasumba! Tumepikira! Oh! Mama nze ndiwo Jaisano!
Mukisawe ebigembe.
Nyabo, titudemye mukisawe ebigembe. Aye mwe abato titubaikirizayo. We shall not allow your child abuse.
Kwingira mutwalo mulala gwonka ate VIP emitwalo 5 donka. Stage isama mpako Bangala litambo Screeni Vladimir Zelensky Kabambo Amatara Damiano Solisoli Mbembo Security Lufula Yambo Miyandabu Mbo Sound Musunga Ingweji Ngendu.
My lord, I wonder.
I'm special. A beer truly made of Uganda. Unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Mond Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source. Alcohol isn't for sale to persons under the age of 18. Please drink responsibly.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulaire
oluyimba lw'essaawa eno nga lukutuusibwako